Hey there, welcome to Take Action Training. Today is March 13th, and I am Julie, and this is
Jess, and it's actually April 13th. You said March 13th, but it is April, and today we are continuing the conversation on Instagram, and we are going to show you how to turn that Instagram profile into a very effective beginning of your funnel.
Exactly.
Did that scare everybody?
I hope not. So if you're not on Instagram yet, stay tuned in. Don't skip this one because this is a good one. This even if you don't post regular, you can use Instagram as sort of a little mini website. So you want to get it optimized and at least post once a week. Anyone can do that. That is at minimum. So, but we talk about posting all the time and consistency. Consistency wins 100% of the time. So,
exactly. And Julie has a wonderful point because even if you are not present on Instagram, this is the least and the most important thing you can do is optimizing your profile and, like she said, posting every once in a while. That will still help you capture leads from people who may not be on Facebook, but then they hear about you. You still have that presence on Instagram and you still have a way to pull them off of Instagram and into your sphere. And that is what we're going to talk about today.
For sure. And one last little point is that when people are looking at doing business with you or checking you out, Instagram is one of those places that they're looking to find you as well. So if you already have it optimized, you're ahead of the game.
For sure. Now, of course, we have a nice...
Gosh, there is static today. Wait, I apologize if y'all can hear this. I hear it I hear it.
I don't hear any static, but hopefully it's not bothering you too much. I still have not I closed the Canva window before I downloaded our resource for today, but I'm going to download it while Julie is telling you what's next.
I can actually drop it in here for you today. Let's see if it will drop.
I love that.
There it is.
That's so nice. So a little backstory. I windowed 3 times already this morning without downloading the resource. So there will be days.
There will be days. And I am trying to change mic. So hopefully this will just not be a ruined recording.
All right. So if you're on Instagram, tell us where you are with it. Some of you have already kind of started talking about it in the chat. But do you consider yourself, a beginner, a moderate? Do you show up but you're not seeing the growth, or are you doing really well on Instagram? Do you feel really confident there? And let us know kind of where you are with that. So as we kind of go through this training, we can speak to the most relevant aspects. Training wheels. Okay. All right. I like that.
I like that analogy.
I say I'm probably just out of training wheels. Because I've been, since the beginning, built my business on Facebook, 90%. I've had an Instagram, but up until just a few weeks ago, it was totally private and for nothing that I was trying to get exposure for. So if nothing else, you can see how far you can come in just a few weeks by looking at some of the examples that we're going to be showing today. Kim loves Instagram, but needs more growth. And Cynthia's a beginner with some results. Sandy loves the platform and you get good results. It is just keeping up with it that you struggle with. Yeah, it's definitely because Instagram, even more so than Facebook, is reactive to you being on Instagram. So if you want to grow on Instagram, there's really not any substitute for being on Instagram. You have to show up, you have to like, you have to comment, you have to interact, you have to watch stories, you have to be present on Instagram to see major results on this particular platform. All right, Julie, where are we? We have a toddler hood here, IG toddler hood, like it. Beginner to moderate, post regularly, but probably not the best types of posts. Yeah, I can see that because they are definitely different than Facebook. And for today, let me just kind of set the stage. We are not going to be talking specifically about what kind of content to be posting on Instagram. We're not going to be delving into big time Instagram marketing techniques. We are going to be talking about that profile and how to get that profile in a place where when you do pique someone's interest, or when you're liking or commenting on someone else's posts, they want to click on your profile photo and they want to see your bio or see your profile. And when they see that profile, we want it to speak instantly to your personal brand and to what you have to offer. So that is, in a nutshell, what we mean with this big, scary, advanced marketing word called optimization.
For sure.
So you there, Julie?
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, you can? Okay, yeah.
I just know you've been busy.
I have. I'm clicking. Sorry. Hopefully it's not so distracting, but hopefully the sound is a little bit better. So yes, definitely. So optimizing is the key. So there's a couple things that we're going to just jump right into, because once you've got somebody there, you only have about 7 seconds. It's probably really even less than that if you just pick a poll now, but we'll say a few seconds to make that impression. So I'm going to give you just a quick glimpse as to what's coming so that you can stay tuned.
All right. So can you put no scrubs in your bio? Yes, you definitely can. You can say, leave me alone. But no, we're going to optimize it for you and make you look as professional as possible. So Julie dropped that resource. There's been quite a bit of chat since then. So I'm going to drop it one more time. Make sure you open it up and you can follow along with us. Again, this is what you're going to take with you after today and is going to help you take action on what we talked about and see some results very, very quickly. So,
and it's just a few things that it really won't take that much time. And that's what the whole point of this take action trainings is to be able to do a few things and get a win. You might want to optimize and continue changing as you go. But really today we're talking about your profile photo, your name, your username, your bio, your website or your link, and your story highlights. So, and that's it. You get those pulled into play and like you're winning today. And you can do this today.
Great. Yep, you sure can. So optimization, we throw around words like optimization and funnels, and that's because Julie's worn off on me. But as you guys know, when I started marketing my business, I knew absolutely nothing about how to do it. So these words kind of scared me. So let me back up and again say that optimization is really just a fancy way of saying making your profile do all the hard work for you. Because when something is optimized, it's working correctly and it's going to be doing what it's meant to be doing for your business. And on Instagram, when you've optimized that profile correctly, it is going to be speaking to your ideal client so that when they come to your profile, they know what they're supposed to do. And as we're going to show you, it will capture them as a lead so that you can keep up with them and warm them from a cold lead to someone who knows, likes, and trusts you and wants to either consume your stuff or, better yet, buy your stuff and turn them into sales. So as Julie mentioned, 7 seconds is a very generous. That's actually a statistic from a couple years ago. It's probably even shorter than that. It's probably even shorter than that on Instagram. So let's just say it's 2 to 3 seconds that you have to make an impression on that person and get them to stay long enough to read your bio and to hopefully click on your link. So we want to make sure that everything is working in unison. and is going to get the result that you want.
For sure. So if you were with us, we've done one of these on Facebook, and this is going to be similar but a little different. So in that, the first thing, again, is the profile photo, and it is very similar to that. So you are wanting to get a great photo headshot of yourself. When you get a headshot, it is going to be centered in the frame, shoulders up, smiling, very inviting. You can do some eye-catching things with gestures or poses or whatever, but the main thing is you are able to see those in other places and not just the bio. So you want to make it stand out and clear. There's lots of ways you can do that. If you have a Canva account, you actually can trim yourself out, put yourself on a highly vibrant background. Again, with poses, I've superimposed my logo in with me just to draw the eye to it. So lots of things. So we want to take time to think about your profile picture. That is the first thing. It's like when you meet someone in person, it's your smile. All right, well, so this is what they're seeing, your profile picture. This is your smile on Instagram.
Exactly. And I would say even more so on Facebook. If you take nothing else away from this conversation today, Instagram is a place to have a little more fun, and you can push that edge a little further on Instagram than you can on Facebook. So I would say the difference in this profile picture on Instagram can be that it is more playful. And that it's got to stand out, because the best way to grow on Instagram is going to be by interacting with other people. So you want your profile photo to not say like, this is just another picture. It's gotta tell them that you are more than just a consumer on Instagram. You're not just there to scroll your news feed. You have something to offer. And that is what's going to spur someone who sees that you liked their picture or liked their post, or you commented on something. That's what's going to kind of encourage them to click on your thumbnail, and it's going to take them to your profile where they're going to learn more.
Exactly.
So,
and that brings us to the next point, which is your name. So there's lots of, I'm going to switch. So the main thing is you want to be, we've got it written here. We want to be creative and clarify your brand or what you do. So we used Jessica's as our theme today. So because she's been working on it so hard in the last, 6 weeks, 6 weeks. She's always been on Instagram, but
yeah, it's actually closer to 2 weeks.
Yeah,
maybe I've been thinking about it. I started thinking about it 3 weeks ago, but yeah. So like I said, we build Instagram for other people, but Julie and I have always been successful enough, if you will. Good is the enemy of great, but we were always successful enough with Facebook that we never took the time to really come over to Instagram. Well, of course, now Instagram can't really be ignored, and we know how to use Instagram because we've done it for clients, but we had never really done that for ourselves. So about 3 weeks ago, I decided that I was going to do it, put my money where my mouth was, if you will say. And that's kind of how this profile came about. And so you have your profile picture, and then the next thing that you really want to give some attention to is your handle, which your handle can be changed once every 30 days. So you want to be, Sandy, thank you. You want to be very intentional about it. I wouldn't, so all of this was with the caveat of if you are trying to grow a business on Instagram, which is, I imagine, why you're here. Right. You want to have a business Instagram account, especially if you want to use our dashboard to post, and if you want all of the analytics, which you do, because what you can track, you can grow. So I would strongly suggest making sure that you have a professional profile, a business profile on Instagram. But your handle should not just be I'm going to use Sandy. It should not just be Sandy 32914, or something that it might be if you're just on Instagram to keep up with your friends from college, or if you are a mom and you're just posting pictures of your kids for the grandparents to see. Your handle needs to start the conversation and say that you are someone more than just a consumer on Instagram. You're going to hear me say that several times today because that's what's going to set you apart. There are consumers and there are producers on Instagram. And if you are wanting to build a business, you are now entering the realm of being a producer on Instagram because you're putting content out there for people to consume so that they can come get to know you. And your name is going to be an extension of that. So if you see this here, I am that marketing mom on Instagram. That immediately tells someone that I do marketing and I'm a mom. And that's great because I provide marketing services to everybody. My ideal client is the new mompreneur or the young network marketer who's trying to dig themselves out of debt or financial stress to create a lifestyle of freedom. So that's my ideal client. And I feel like after multiple iterations of that handle, I have finally kind of landed on something that's a little closer to my personal brand. And that name, you might think, oh, well, I'm just going to put my name in there because that's what I did 3 weeks ago when I just started. But whenever I changed it to Jessica-Marketing Expert, then I really started positioning myself, and my follower count grew almost like overnight. I woke up and saw that 20 people had followed me. Whereas before, that might be low if you're like a real badass at Instagram. But for me, having just started that was new. Yeah, you can follow me. That's fine. And in fact, please, because a lot of the content I put out there is for you guys. When I adjusted that name from Jessica Hetherington to Jessica-Marketing Expert, it says something because people don't really care about your last name unless, I'm going to say it again, unless you're Carrie Underwood, people don't care about your last name. So use that space to define yourself. Jen and I had a great conversation, and I think she's now, Jen, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you now Jen the elderberry mama or elderberry mama? And she changed that from, Jen Hasselhoff, so that in a second, it kind of spoke more to what she does. So those are the first little touches. And then Julie can tell you how that bio kind of does the detailed work.
I just want to jump back really quick and just to be clear. So your username is your handle, and this is where you're branding and trying to stand out a little more because you've got so many that have the dashes in your names. And someone asked, can you have your name? Yes. If you're branding yourself as your person, and it depends on what you sell as well. So if you're in skincare and all of your people know you, if it's your people from your town, they may be looking for you under your name. All right. But if you can work in what you do, it's going to be more effective for you. So that is in your username. Same with your name. Specifically with your name, you want to be certain if you can drop your last name. We are in the middle. We're not showing the socially inclined one because we're in the middle of rebranding it.
We're also cleaning up followers.
Yes,
we have a ton of followers, but they're not engaged. But that's for another take action conversation.
From 13,000 to 2,000. So people go, what? Why would you do that? But so here again in your name, we haven't changed. Well, actually, we have changed that. So it used to be socially inclined. Then it was Julie, social media coach, to give you an idea because it was just the one that I used. So to give you an idea,
Julie decided that I was just too awesome.
I decided I can't work 100% of the time. So Jessica has been here a long time. For the new people on the call, Jessica's been here since 2015. So, and working almost full time since then. So anyway, bringing her to the spotlight has been a win. And so then you'll get to see, I'm tracking progress of, it's not ready yet, but I have a Julie Herndon, and you'll get to see me grow that from 0 to up and away beyond whatever. So, and to give you an idea, I am thinking about, because I can change that username, I'm probably just going to go the Julie Herndon on mine, just because I have already name recognition, whatever. So
she's already famous is what she's
I
saying.
Wouldn't say that. But,
no, she is. She wouldn't say that, but she is.
So, and then again, so your username and then your name and your bio. The most important takeaway from this is the second part of this needs to speak to what you do in your name. It doesn't exactly have to in your username, but it does in your name here. So you need to, whatever you do, fit chick, skincare guru, I don't know whatever you are, it needs to speak to what you do. So, all right. Exactly. So sorry to pound that into the ground, but these two things are very, very important. This is searchable. So this is the only thing that's truly searchable is your name in Instagram as far as your profile goes. So you want keywords in here. All right.
Exactly.
Bio.
And can I just speak real quick from a baby business, Jess? And I am so pumped. There are 33 people on here. I think this is our new TAT record. So some of you are bound to be new. And if you don't know, every once in a while, I have to go back into baby business, Jess, when I would get so overwhelmed because I knew nothing. And, we're throwing a lot out there right now. And you might think, oh, my gosh, I need to find my password for my Instagram account, much less do all of this stuff. It's okay. If all you take on today is fixing that profile picture, then you have taken action and you've gotten a win. Tomorrow, give some thought to your username and maybe adjust your name to where it says the things that Julie just did. Do not get so overwhelmed that you fall into a place of analysis paralysis, because I did that and I let it rob me of thousands and thousands of dollars in sales. So all you have to do is take one thing from today's training. This is if you're overwhelmed already. Take one thing from today's training and just start at the beginning. So we're going to go on into talking about the bio, which is really where you get a place to kind of expound on the branding that was started with your profile photo, your handle, and your name. So now, Julie, sorry. And baby business just rant.
No, and that's one thing about these is we want to meet everyone where they are. So at the beginning, we said you may not even have an Instagram. So we're encouraging you to go get one. So, and then just follow these simple that are in this training, that are in this worksheet for you. So your bio, you only get 150 characters, and that's not many too. You're trying to do several different things. You want to deliver your mission, your value, what you can provide, and a call to action, all in this 150. You want to think about it from your prospective audience's point of view. What would they want to know about you to want to stay on your profile? Okay, so you're speaking to them. And then you want to have a couple of keywords. Again, social coach, skincare consultant, fit chick, whatever it is that is in your lingo, in your branding, that can really pull those people in. The more specific you get in this bio, the more your perfect people will be attracted to you. And then the last thing is well-placed emojis. And we've seen, I should have pulled a whole array of screenshots of people's bios, because there are some amazing ones out there with emojis. So you can use them as bullets. And I'm going to switch back to Jessica's really quick just to show her use of the emojis here. So, and I'll let Jessica read it since she wrote it.
Oh. All right, I'm going to read it
from
my.
It?
I can't, but I can on my phone. Okay,
well, I can read. Okay.
So, and let me just say, this is my bio, and that is not me saying, "Hey, don't copy it because it's mine." That's me saying, "Don't copy it because it's going to be useless to you." You need to sit down and do what I did. And that is, I wrote something that was probably 200 characters, so it didn't work. And then you have to refine it until it gets to that size that works for you. And very simply, you're going to come right out the gate and say what you offer, who you offer it to, and what those that are interested need to do next. That is the magic formula, and that's what this bio is going to do. So mine is, after they've seen, oh, that marketing mom, let me click over to this crazy girl with her mouth open smiling. She seems to have decent hair. Let me look at what she's doing. Jessica - marketing expert. Oh, cool. Marketing and mindset for side hustling, small biz owning, boss moms, network marketers, and more. I just started my Bellamy business. Let me see. Grab amazing small biz growth tools here. And then I click the link to see what she has to offer. So you see how that kind of works, that, go ahead.
I was going to say, and that's the funnel. We're going to talk about that next, but that's the funnel. That's what you're doing. You're trying to get them to do the next action. So go ahead. Sorry.
Well, yeah, exactly. So you're taking someone, and the hashtags I use, we've talked about hashtag strategies the last 2 weeks. There are a record number of people on here. I know all of you don't have the Take Action trainings. So if you want to know about hashtag strategies, we just did some incredibly valuable delving into how to do hashtags for your niche. So go get the trainings if you haven't, sociallyinclined.com/take action. But my hashtags speak to, I bet you'll never guess, side hustlers, small business owners, boss moms, and network marketers. So that's what my hashtags try to attract. So every time I throw a post out there, I put 20 to 30 hashtags in there that are geared toward capturing that audience. So those people, ideally, if they come in from hashtags, they're already kind of primed. And they're like, oh my gosh, this girl's reading my mind. I need to follow her.
Exactly.
Or I want to check out her links.
And if they show up, they are immediately know they are in the right place. You are calling them out and saying, you are here. I am speaking to you. So, and she's using 4, which is amazing. So
I hustled real hard to get there to all those people in there.
Yeah. And 150 characters is pretty tough. So, but that's the most important thing, is you want to show what you do, but you've got to show why it's important to them. Because again, you only have so long, to be able for them to be here. So, and then you can see her use of fire and the little arrow pointing down. And I'll pull up I may pull up the Socially Inclined one here shortly, just to show a different version of that, but same but different. So you also can make bulleted lists. I've seen what happens is it pushes and it makes this much longer. So it would be you could make a bulleted list of side hustlers, small business owners, but boss moms and network marketers. Bam, 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 all with an emoji. So I've seen that too. I don't know if there's a cap in the length of how long it would get. What you would not want to do is get it to push down where your highlights and at least your first row wouldn't show up, in their phone view. So,
and I'm always
stand out.
I'm a big proponent of not having to click that see more button if you can help it.
Right. And it's not showing here, but it cuts off, I don't know, small, I think is where it cuts off on hers. So you have 100, and it's so strange to me that you have 150, but then they're not going to show all 150 characters. Yeah. So they make you do the see more. So think about, look specifically and see where that see more happens. And if you can get, especially what's in it for them in front of that. So. All right, exactly. So we'll take questions at the end specifically about bios, because I imagine that we will definitely have questions on that. So, but the next thing that we'll address here is your link. All right, so with this can be multiple things. So obviously, if you're a baby business, you might only have one place to send them. You can have a website. We've talked about in a past Take Action training that you can use your Facebook group as a traffic driver, as a lead magnet,
capture,
if you will.
Yeah.
So, and that's a great place. If you're just starting, send them to your Facebook group if you don't have anything else. So then, yes, there are link trees, there are pages. I will pull up Instagram really quick and I'll pull up Jessica's and then I'll pull up ours. So I'm going to show you what
I have mine streaming too, but if you want to do it on the desktop, okay, that's great as well.
So hers goes to the same place. And here's like, this is our Socially that's being rebranded. So come on, back up. Sorry. I have something running that keeps changing the page. I might have to get Jessica to do it, but it's going to take you. Come on. Go. It's going to take you to, this can be created with most anything. There is a future take action coming on this very, very soon. So if I close this, let me see if y'all can see it. This is what it looks like on the phone. All right. Let me scroll it over here. And you can see that we have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of offers that you have. Baby business, we're on step 20 and you may be on step 1. You only have to have one thing. I'm going to show you ours because some people are in this place to have multiple offers. So you can create these with Linktree. Whoops. And Jessica's goes to the same place. Let me see if I can get it to pull up her page as well.
I'm right there at the top.
There you are. So same place. You only get one link here. All right. And why this is so very important is because if you'll notice that, well, let's go to this. Okay. You'll notice links do not work in Instagram. So if you're a baby business on Instagram, that you can put a link in here, it will not link. The only thing that is linkable on Instagram is your link in bio. You'll see a lot of posts that say link in bio, link in bio. Like I just did the one, and here it is, link in bio.
Yeah. Right? Did anybody come off the Instagram post today? We are working on setting that up to where we can see exactly who's coming from there.
Exactly. So there, Canva. So again, we will have a future training on how to, if you don't just have one place and you want to set up a link tree or you want to set up, you can do it in Canva. You can build it. Ours is built from our website. That way you get the trackable. If you have this is chapter 5:10. If you have a Facebook,
it's okay. Baby Biz is talking next, so go ahead.
If you have a Facebook pixel on your website and you can push them to your website, it will capture them to be able to retarget to, or just know that they've been there and build another audience off of. So that goes along with your Facebook advertising. So if you can get them to your website, I'm sure if you've got any type of website builder, we can show you how to use it to make a links page. And it can have one link. And it can be your beautiful picture here. Think of it as a business card. Your picture, what you do. Here's our handle that sends them back to Instagram in case they came and they want to go back. And then you may only have one thing that you're trying to get them to do. It can be the form to take them. It can be the link to go to your Facebook group.
And that is okay. That
exactly.
is perfectly fine.
Yes, you've got to start somewhere. And a lot of times, less is more when it comes to focusing your efforts. The more you offer, they always say that that 80% of your business comes from the 20% of the work that you do, and that is 100% true. So focus where your profits are. You don't have to have 9,000 lead magnets to make. You need one good one. Okay, we have a bunch, but we probably should have one good one. Actually, if I really wanted to be truthful about it. So,
oh yeah, and I think that, we have been pushing so hard with imperfect action. It is probably time before, I think we actually have link in the bio as next week's take action topic. So if you're here this week and you're getting value from this and you want to know how to create that link in the bio, we're actually going to show you how to do it for free. Canva has an incredible little thing that they've started doing recently where we'll show you how to set up a page kind of like this, and that Canva hosts for you if you have no website and you want people to be able to go to some place and be able to click a link, sign up for your newsletter, sign up for your freebie, or whatever it may be that you use to capture leads. But that is coming next week.
And again, it can be done in a multitude of ways. So we're going to cover several ways that, again, you can take quick, massive action to get it done that day. And speaking of that, the next thing was what... So I should close it back up, but...
This is embarrassing.
No, it's not. Your story highlights were beautiful, but right before this, I posted that for our regular account, which we weren't going to show today, really, was that we were going to do something like this, because these are just story highlights, okay? They're little images. If you click them, they show you highlight whatever your story is, okay? But notice how much more this stands out. So Jessica's were beautiful. Everybody's are beautiful. You don't see this happen very much. So this is like a win for the day. But these stand out. So Jessica's that marketing mom. With her, you grow. She's saying, I can help you grow. So
wow.
In 15 minutes after we talked about it, she made the images, reset what they went to, because this was a little bit different. Nice. Look at the little emoji here. How cute.
It is exhausting.
In 15 minutes, she did that.
It is exhausting and rewarding working with someone who knows absolutely everything that you could do to grow your business. But hey, that is something that, so I looked at it. I actually already had a mock-up of what mine looked like yesterday, which I just had marketing. I was still doing the right things for the baby business. It was pretty. I had a marketing story. I had an Olivia story. And then I had a self-care story, because that's important to me. I've been on a postpartum journey. So yay, Jate, we'll answer that question in just a second. And these are not complete. We just wanted to show you how we organize these. And we are going to do a story highlights in May, where we're actually going to talk about how to do them and how to make them look like this, but not just look like this from a vanity standpoint, but actually to like categorize things, because this is just an extension this is a way of organizing your content in a way that makes it easily consumable, so that person who's on your profile to learn more about you, they can find pieces of information that they're interested in. So maybe someone comes to me and they want to see more about my personal life than marketing tips first. Maybe they came in off of a mom post that I made, so they want to see Olivia and my family and traveling and stuff like that. Then they can go see that in that story highlight. Or maybe it's someone who showed up off of the Boss Babe hashtag and they're like hot and heavy, ready to learn about marketing and growth. Then they can go to that story highlight. So when we do the story highlight training specifically, we're going to talk about all the options and then how to do it. So let me tell you, setting it up like this, I can already tell you, is not for the lazy, and for one reason. And that is because you change one and it goes to the far left. So that means that if I change W right now, it's going to say WUGRO. So then you have to go in and change something in all of them in the right order to get it to read like that. So we're going to talk about all of that specifically in the story highlights.
And again, that will be a take action quick,
Yeah, it took me
that day. It took literally like 15 minutes. Like
Julie was like
at 22. I was like, you should do this, or I think I'll try to do this.
I was like, no, let me see if I can do it real quick. You're still getting ready. And I came back 20 minutes later. And I was like, how's this look? She said, oh my gosh, that's awesome. It's not complete. And you probably won't be able to do it in 15 minutes because you haven't been designing for 6 years. But after our story highlights training and we show you how to use these tools in Canva to create it, then you'll be able to do it reasonably in an hour or so. So that's going to be the goal of the story highlights training. That is coming up in the next 8 weeks, I'd say, for sure.
And until then, if you were here for our content themes, take action. We talked a lot about obviously picking 3 to 5, 10, how many ever content, like developing your content around. This is the same exact thing for highlights, okay? Because you're just taking your stories. Highlights only work if you're using stories. So we did a past training on that as well. So we can drop the link if you missed these replays. These are done live, and there's only replays. We weren't going to do replays because they were going to be for sale. Now they're for sale at $2 a piece because we've just had so many people interested. So, but you can do this and go ahead and get it started before our training in May. That's going to give you like the real deal on how to do it.
I think we have about 15. Do we have 12? I think we have 12 take action trainings now. And each of these are about an hour long. They're just like this. They have a resource. They're on topics that our people needed in that moment. And it's likely that you need them too. And they're like quick. You learn the thing. You're like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. So you go do the thing. And then all of a sudden, after you do a couple of those, you've made some very big strides in growing your business. So that is what this whole Julie. We did it at the same time.
That's what it looks
There's
like.
the link.
You did it too? Yeah.
There's a link.
We created these because even at the beginning, and like I couldn't sleep last night for thinking of like hashtag all the things. All the things. And when you're it doesn't matter if you're new or if you are 25 years in the business, there are still all the things. So these are things that you can do and sort of check off your list, and that will, like, you literally could go and optimize your profile and get a sale later today, just from the changes that you make from this. So, this is one of those all the things thing, but you can take an hour, get it dialed in, and you'll be set. So
for sure. Do we have any questions? Because I think we have just a little time to take questions. If you want to drop them, we'll give you a few minutes to drop some questions.
And I'll there's one other page to this, and it's just a way to help you to kind of take action on this. It's a little checklist, and it's basically exactly what we just talked about. But if you're a printer, we have people that love print things. That's where we started from a printable planner marketing. But it'll help you just to kind of organize your mind, kind of write this out. Obviously, you can use OneNote, Evernote, an email, notes, Word. It doesn't matter. Just organize your thoughts. But this will help you to do that. So, and especially there are a little bit more time in this highlights thing. So just with your trying to come up with a content thing around those.
For sure. All right, we have a few questions, so I'll hop on them. Let me address Deanne's. She says at the moment she's not sure that she's ready to jump full into another platform to build. Would love to know the basics I can do to use the dashboard with jumping full on into it. Does that make sense? Yes, and actually, you weren't here at the beginning, so you probably missed this. When we said if you are not on Instagram, you need to at least create a presence on Instagram, and optimizing your profile is a great step. And if you do nothing else, do that and do the things that are in this resource. I'll drop it here in just a second again, so you don't have to scroll all the way back up. But you want to do these, at least put yourself on Instagram. And since you have the dashboard, then you can connect that account to the dashboard and send some content over that way. But the reason you want to do that is the same reason you want to set up a Facebook page. It's because no one really does business anymore without seeing if you have a social media presence. And Instagram is massive. Facebook is the biggest, but Instagram is still very close second in terms of where your buyers are. So taking the hour that it's going to take for you to start an Instagram account and do the things we talked about today, maybe not the story highlights, but definitely getting your profile to kind of funnel people in, then you can take them over to where you're building your business. You can send them there by saying, maybe your call to action says, join me on Facebook or join me on LinkedIn. And then you put your LinkedIn link there.
And I want to say one thing really quick. Oh my gosh, because of any baby businesses here, do not get freaked out about these story highlights. If you don't have anything there, your feed just your news feed just goes right up, and it's okay. Your beautiful pictures that you're highlighting, even if you only have 9, when you start, you want to try to get to a 9 block. And I have a topic that if it's big enough, we could cover for people that don't necessarily want to post, but you can post 9 pictures, 9 posts that tell exactly what you do. Okay. And then you don't necessarily, but the way you're going to grow on Instagram is to engage on it. But for the people that are checking you out, you need 9. Don't worry about the stories. Okay. Have 9 things that show you in your element. Okay.
Exactly. Corinna wants to know, or maybe it's Karina, I'm sorry. How often do you recommend just sharing from Facebook to IG and vice versa? So I have a Facebook like page that I pretty much only push my Instagram content to. Again, that's because it's left over from my fitness business, and I want to keep it because it has 14,000 followers on it, but I don't necessarily have the time and effort to work it. So I push all of my Instagram stuff over to Facebook, over to my Facebook like page. Even with all the hashtags and stuff, because it just allows something to be posted there. And it really kind of helps people, know that I'm still there, just in a little different capacity. I also post from my personal profile. I'll post stories that are pushed to my Instagram. But there is, as Julie mentioned, if you're wanting to really grow and you're not just setting up Instagram as like a placeholder or like a secondary website, and you're going to have to engage, and you're going to have to be posting content regularly onto Instagram. And in some ways it needs to be a little different than the content that you're posting on Facebook. Different as in, you can't use links. So you're going to need to fix that to where it says link in the bio. And then, of course, you want to use your hashtags on Instagram that you're not necessarily going to be composing on Facebook.
And for the people that have the dashboard, like, you can create one. So the whole link in bio thing with sharing back and forth, if you don't have some type of third party like what we have, you just have to manually do it. Because if you share from Instagram to Facebook, then it says link in bio. Well, that's not good. And it might have your 30 hashtags, or it will have your 30 hashtags, or how many ever you have. And you don't want to share that many. So having a dashboard like Socially Inclined or any of the competitors will allow you to be able to have a different message for each platform. And you can schedule direct when they're business. So you can schedule to your Facebook business page, to your group, to your business profile on Instagram. So that batching ahead, we provide content. Like, no one on this call really would have any excuse not to be posting, because you can we have content. But again, if you are looking to just use it, again, use it as a little mini website. That's not my flagship of what I'm trying to say here, but if, as opposed to not doing it, yes, do that. So all
right, so we've got a ton of questions, so I'm just going to go real quick. All right, I'm going to hit a few real quick. Sandy, do not start your Instagram account over. Instagram is one of those platforms that the longer your account's been around, the more trust it has for you as being a real human. Don't start it over. You can revive it. We can work on that.
Exactly. And if you've got one thing about Instagram and engagement, and we referred to it earlier, is like we had 13,000 that were just not engaged. They were real people. Well, some of them were not real people, but for engagement, you want to get rid of those people. So we do have a take action for that. So, and we can talk to you about that, Sandy, of just trying to start cleaning that up so that you get better engagement. And hashtags will do that too.
Highlights. Yes, Corinna, you're exactly right. You want to use your highlights from the content theme, take action. Those should be your content themes. That's a perfect segue. I feel like you just, so Jate, you asked, how do you get the highlight to say grow? I love it. I've actually already answered that, but I'll answer it again real quick. You have to post a story with each of these images. And then you have to add them into these specific categories. It is a little bit of a nuanced process that we're not going to show exactly right here, but we do have a story highlights TAT coming up on a future Tuesday in the next 8 weeks, where we can talk specifically about that. Also, Julie and I will have a product service up by the end of today where we can do all of this for you, for those of you who don't have the time and you'd rather just make the investment and let us do it for you. So you can be watching for that. We'll probably send out an email today debriefing on this Take Action training and letting you know how to get that service if you want it. It's going to be similar to Facebook Facelift, except for Instagram. Sorry if you already said this, but can I purchase only the hashtag training? Lee, at this point, no, we are not allowing single purchases because we're selling them for $2 a piece. We cannot set it up to where we sell each of these for the price that they are, but it's $2 a piece. You're going to get 50 of them for the course of the year. That's an almost $1,900 value for $99. Deanne,
say the reason really quick why is because each product in our software has to be set up with a product, an offer, the way to get you in, and it takes 4 to 6 hours to bring a product to life. So we'd have to commit to doing them all, which is what we were going to do. But then we had so many people wanting replays that we just $99 and you can just get them all, and we won't sell them individually. So
yeah, and Take Action trainings, you'll need more than hashtags.
Yeah,
you'll need more than hashtags because we're not even halfway through the year. We have so much to offer, and the price is not going to stay $99 forever. Here in the next month or so, we are going to start going up on it. So that is because right now there's already so much value in there. There's 15 hours of Julie and I bringing our 25 plus years of marketing experience to you in there right now for $99. And guys, Julie charges $250 an hour just to talk to her. So this is ridiculous. 9, Kim, I'm not that interesting. You were with me on Thursday when we said it's not about being interesting, it's about being relatable. So think about who your ideal client is, who that woman is, and speak to her. Give her little tidbits that make her say, oh my gosh, same girl. I can totally relate to that.
I feel ya.
Put out a quote that makes her say, oh my gosh, I need to share this with my friend. Because I feel this. I feel it. That's what you want.
Right.
It's not about being interesting.
Use the content theme. If it's just 9 posts we're coming up with, 3 quotes,
and the
2 product, 2, you can do that for sure.
And the content theme one is free. So that is the one that we have put out. Yeah. That is the one we've put out for you. Julie will find the link for you while I finish combing through all these awesome questions from everybody that's here. You push your stories from Facebook to IG, but try to change the post on Instagram. Yes, Kim. Again, it's about what you can do and what's sustainable for you. A lot of us, sure, your social plan in the dashboard has helped free up so much time for so many, but it's still like a lot of us are solopreneurs. We're doing it on our own, so do what you can. I do that too. And for the longest time, that was my only presence on Instagram, was the stories that I shared automatically from Facebook to Instagram.
And that's fine. You're getting the engagement for sure. So
Justina wants to know, how does the whole link in the bio work? Well, if it's not next week, it will be the next week, and we are actually going to talk specifically about the link in the bio. But you said you can't ever find it. That's because it's called website. When you go to edit profile, what you put in the website becomes the link in your bio. And when you have a post where you want someone to take action, it's called direct response marketing, and it's about the most efficient thing you can do in terms of asking for the result that you want. You want to say, if you'd like to read this blog that you just posted a beautiful image with and gave teaser text about, check out the link in my bio. And then when they click that link, it takes them to a place where they can click your blog. Maybe your link in bio goes to your blog. And then on your blog, you have a lead capture there.
Right. And we'll discuss, there are many ways to tackle that. In many ways, so you'll get a lot of information in that one. When we were talking about doing that, I'm thinking just, wow. We'll have to hold it to an hour because there's
it's going to be big. It's also going to be super valuable. So go ahead and grab your downline, anybody who's not here today, and make sure that you're here for that one.
And that's another topic on this is that, we make these trainings available, and all of the topics that we do sidebar into something else a lot of times, and you're getting value from lots of other things that we happen to mention, in this time.
Yes, Deanne, it is simple to set up the dashboard, and I'm sorry that it took you so long because you were worried that it would be complicated, but it's not. We designed that thing to be simple. I use IG as that in my personal page. Oh, you were just sharing that. Okay. Perfect. Karina has FOMO of the dashboard. Yeah, so if you're one of those people, specifically, if you're just going to set up your Instagram and optimize it the way you've done today, it is so simple to just push that content on through to Instagram. They're already sized to be squared. Julie has this incredible tool that I'm sure we'll show you on Thursday that you can use duotone to make them all the same color. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it integrates with Canva, so you can create your own content quickly through Canva, pop it in, and it's just easy. So
we got more questions, and we are approaching an hour, which means we need to finish up. Shannon, is what in the makeover? You asked, is it in the makeover? What makeover, first of all, and is what in the makeover?
Highlights will be, maybe highlights will be.
Oh, is that the $9.97, the full branding?
Oh. Yeah, we have several makeovers. Actually, we have a social media makeover, and then these will be facelifts. So we can help understand the difference. There'll be an Instagram facelift. There's a Facebook facelift. It's just that one profile. And then
but just a second. I think Shannon was the one who was messaging about the social media makeover. So yeah, if it's the $9.97 product, yes, we will absolutely do your highlights. Yes. Included in that.
And you get help with the content theme. It's pretty all inclusive. So Jatay's still here. We need to work on your highlights since you were asking about that. So message me back, and we're going to take your content theme and come up with that.
Corinna she lied. This is her last question. I sell t-shirts and other crafts. So yeah, we know this life for sure. General business dashboard. Yes. For a t-shirt and other crafts, yes, there will be some nice, pretty inspirational posts that you can fill, and then you can fill in with your products and things.
And that's what
Shannon has $2.50. Okay. Well, we will be showing up
$2 a piece.
Yeah. We'll be showing, you'll have to show up live then to get the free stuff. But that's what we're here for, because we know not everybody can pay for services when they start their business. So
that's right. And so that's really where this was kind of born from.
All right, we have to get through these.
All right.
You guys, I love how much you're talking. I hope that you don't take my urgency.
Hours. We have office hours every Thursday, and they can be anything across the board, basically. So same style as this question and answer right here. So
J squared is juicy. Love it, Savita. And Deanne, I'm glad you love the duotone. Something about the way Julie doing it every week is just so sexy. Shannon, yes. If you're talking about our social media makeover, which is a $9.97 product, where we do 3 platforms for you and we optimize 3 platforms from you start to finish, images, cover photos, and everything. Yes, we will do the Instagram highlights if you choose Instagram as one of your 3 platforms.
Yes.
Crack it, Jess. Crack that whip. I just love how you guys think I'm that one. Julie, by the way, if this was to be a boss situation, Julie is definitely the boss. You'll have to join. Oh, yay, Kim. You'll have to join Thursday to see what duotone is all about. I didn't get to do it Thursday because I was by myself, and man, we were talking so much.
You told me you did it first.
No, I was going to, but then we had so many questions. I did not do duotone, not on camera. I did it for us.
I know, I've seen them, so I thought you did them during the thing. Okay.
No.
Dang, y'all missed out. So
yeah, everybody has to go it's going to be 2 weeks without duotone fix.
Yep. In this picture that's on the screen, the 4th picture down is duotone for you people to know. So it just takes that picture might have been black and brown to begin with. Who knows?
Yep.
So, but it brings
you can turn it to. You take 2 of your brand colors and boom.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
The office hours last Thursday. I was having a birthday.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions really quick before we wrap it up? These are apparently going to be an hour long. So they're supposed to be about 30, but oh
yeah, Jen, I just responded to you, but the repost of office hours was in the group. And yes, office hours are recorded. It's an open discussion based on who shows up. And it is in the group and it's also in the free toolbox. So get in the group and I think I put it in the topics where you can I put it in, if you're on your phone or if you're on your desktop, find the topics for the Facebook group and find free resources, and it will be the most recent post on that topic.
Yeah, I like having them in the group too. So, and Jate, if you didn't hear me just say that, yes, just message me on chat with that. I have your other coming to you today. So, your other question.
All right, this one was good.
So for Jen, the last office hours was 4/1. I'll add it today. I'll pull it down. I thought
I added it.
It's not published.
Oh no, I might not have hit publish. I am so sorry.
So all right, I'll go in and publish it. So that's good. All right. Yes. So you can always leave. Like we said, we're going to do how to clean up your profile, how to do link in bio, probably some grid newsfeed type thing, like what are puzzle, I can't even think of what they're called now, like puzzle posts. So like a 9-block that is one big picture, how to do those, how to create an alternating grid, just grid styles. So if anybody has interested, grid posts, thank you, Dan. If anybody has interested in that, speak now or say it in the group, because I think I'd like to do that as a topic. 9-block grid post. Yep. So I love the puzzle ones. So Tony, I don't know if Tony was here today. She has one. I'm going to go off script half a second. We can, well let me show
let's
this.
Stop
before
okay.
Yeah. Let me just show it so people will know what we're talking about so that they can tune in for the next one. Oh man, I might not can. I don't know what Tony's.
I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to those of you who were here for the first time today, although it looks like 9 people have already left. And we're kind of just chit-chatting at this point. But if this is your first time here today, thank you so much. Obviously, the longevity of our business depends on more and more people showing up, and we're glad that we've reached you. But if this is your 12th time on a Take Action Tuesday, you guys make it worth it. It's just so nice to show up to people who already know you and say nice things about you, like it was so juicy, and that we killed it and all that. We definitely love the way that you guys are appreciating us. Yay, Jen! Wait, Jen's the first. That's a different Jen. Okay,
a different one. Yeah. Hey, Jen.
Yeah, because Jen Hasselhoff has been showing up as Jen Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
First timer. Glad I found you.
Yes, we are too. So I just tried to show Tony's, and I remembered she killed a page, so it was on that one, but it was super cool. So we're just probably do that as a new one. So
exactly. Well, let's stop the recording.
Yes, thank you for joining us for Take Action Training.
This has been everything you want to know about Instagram profiles.
For sure. Come back next week.
For real.